Welcome to this explainer. I am so excited you're here today because we're about to set the stage for a truly ethereal, absolutely mind-bending journey. We're going to unpack the universal laws of reciprocity, energy exchange, and what it truly means to live a life of total abundance. We're looking at some fascinating source material today that completely redefines the whole idea of generosity. It takes it from being just a simple, occasional action and turns it into a continuous, energetic state of being.
Okay, let's dive into this. What if you don't actually own anything you give? Seriously, think about that for a second. It kind of completely challenges all our core assumptions about giving, scarcity, and ownership, right? We spend our entire lives accumulating, measuring, and agonizing over when and what to give, basically operating under the assumption that the things we possess actually belong to us. But the framework we are exploring today flips that entirely upside down. It asks us to recognize that our very concept of ownership might just be a profound misunderstanding of how the universe actually works.
So that brings us right into part one, the illusion of ownership, where we are breaking down the human ego.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is this massive paradigm shift the source material introduces. It tells us you have come with nothing, so you cannot give. It's basically a profound cosmic joke. Think about it. Literally everything we have, we just picked up from here, from this earth. There is absolutely nothing here that is originally ours to give away. The source material points out that we are essentially acting it out. We're playing this little game where we try to deceive the creator by saying, "Look at me, look at how much I am giving." But the beautiful part? The creator is endlessly wise and just playfully goes along with it.
When we break it down a bit further, the contrast is pretty wild. On one side, you have the human ego's illusion, this proud, puffed-up claim of, "we are giving to creation." But on the other side, the humbling reality. The truth is, no matter how much you think you give, you have always taken far, far more. We take a lot and give little. That is just the baseline nature of existence. You are continuously consuming oxygen, food, water, space, and energy. And honestly, acknowledging this reality isn't meant to make us feel guilty at all. Rather, it's designed to free us. It stops us from making too big a deal out of the act of giving and just grounds us in reality.
Which naturally leads us into part two, the cosmic transaction and living as a constant contribution.
Since we just established that we can't truly give material things, because, they were never ours to begin with, we kind of have to look at giving from a totally different angle. We have to make our very existence an energetic contribution. When giving becomes your natural state of being, positivity just flows to you effortlessly, like a wide open wave. It becomes this boundless open possibility. But on the flip side, holding back creates a massive barrier. The text warns us that when you hold back, you are basically setting up boundaries. And those boundaries entrap you into a cycle of eternal suffering, simply because you are denying yourself all the positive possibilities of the universe. Life is an energetic flow, and building a dam to hold it back, well, that only creates stagnation inside yourself.
To make this super practical, let's look at something you are literally doing right now. Breathing. Step 1, the inhale. You're taking from the universe. Step 2, the exhale. Giving back as a contribution. The sources explain that the absolute simplest possibility for opening yourself up to creation is making every single act, every single step, and every single breath a process of giving. When your life functions exactly like this continuous breath, a constant, rhythmic transaction of energy, you just naturally arrive at a state of union. It's beautiful.
And that brings us to part three, the Akashic Synergy, where we're plugging right into collective positivity.
So now that we get this continuous energetic exchange of the breath, we can look at the big picture, the massive universal network receiving all this energy. It's called the Akashic Synergy. It's a collective movement of positivity, a global ecosystem where giving unites us into one single vibration of positive energy. Adding your energy to this synergy isn't about some transactional or financial donation. No, it is about plugging into an ancient principle of reciprocity. It's realizing that when you contribute to this ecosystem, you are merging your personal energetic output with a massive, universal wave of goodwill.
But what exactly are we putting into this system? Well, it spans 4 key dimensions: thoughts, emotions, words, and actions. And here's the kicker. The universal law of receiving from this synergy means you absolutely have to recognize what you're tossing into it. The universe acts as a mirror, right? It reflects exactly what we put out. So if your thoughts, your emotions, your words, and your actions are steeped in contribution and positivity, well, that is the exact energetic currency you are feeding directly into the global ecosystem.
And the power of that contribution? It literally cannot be overstated. Everything that happens to you starts from a thought. The source material is clear on this. Somewhere deep in your subconscious, you are constantly searching for solutions.
When you're truly connected to this universal ecosystem through a mindset of constant contribution, the universe receives those subconscious searches and actually manifests them in various forms. It's this incredible, profound feedback loop between your inner world and the external universe.
So the crucial point is shifting frequency, moving from struggle to abundance and personal growth. By plugging your thoughts, your words, and your actions into this collective ecosystem of positivity, these amazing waves of blessings actually flow right back to you. This energetic return completely shifts your personal frequency. You move out of that heavy frequency of struggle and resistance, and you elevate straight into a frequency of pure abundance and incredible personal growth.
This takes us right into our final section, Part 4, The Beauty of Life, the Ultimate Paradigm Shift. All right, so we are moving from the theory into the tangible, everyday results. What does living this constant energetic exchange actually look like in real life? Well, first we have to dodge a major pitfall. The texts warn us about passion without goodness. If you're giving, but it degrades into ignorance and illusion, you're in trouble. Meaning, if your giving is basically just a deception, a manipulation to try and artificially force yourself into a state of bliss, you are just going to get lost chasing a mirage. True conscious flow, on the other hand, is a genuine, continuous state where life itself functions purely as a transaction. You aren't forcing anything, you're just living it, naturally arriving at a state of union.
And this brilliantly illustrates the ultimate secret to the whole cosmic transaction. Here it is. In every giving, there is a taking. It is just that you ignore the taking. Basically, yes, there is always taking happening. That's just a fact of life. But the mindset shift here is to literally just ignore the taking in your mind. Just keep your focus entirely on the giving, because you don't actually have to actively try to take. The universe, that Akashic Synergy we talked about, will naturally push exactly what you need right into you. You just focus on the outflow and completely trust the inflow.
When you actually do this, the results are literally immediate. The texts tell us that if you start looking at how you can contribute to everything around you, no matter what you're doing, within 24 hours, you are going to feel incredibly rich. The experience and beauty of life will set a glow on your face. I love that. This isn't just some poetic metaphor. It is the natural, guaranteed result of functioning exactly the way life was designed to function. Life, at its core, is a giving. So we're going to leave you with this final, deeply provocative thought. If you came with nothing, how will you make your very next breath a cosmic contribution? Really think about that. Think about the steps you'll take, the thoughts you'll have, and the words you'll use today. You have the absolute power to plug into a global ecosystem of positivity, just by changing your fundamental posture from accumulating to contributing. Take a moment right now, as you take your very next breath, and ask yourself how you can let that exhale be a gift to the universe around you. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and I truly hope this sparks a continuous, beautiful transaction in your daily life.